Hi, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about clipping birds' flight feathers. And I'm going to show you how I would clip feathers on one of my birds. So, clipping birds' feathers is very controversial in the bird community. I've seen a lot of comments, negative and positive comments, like all over social media. And the worst comment I see about clipping a bird's wings, people say it's like cutting off your legs, which is totally ridiculous because everybody knows we cut off our legs. It'll be very painful, they'll bleed, and they'll never walk again. They won't even grow back. It's kind of silly. Clipping your bird's flight feathers is like cutting your hair. You cut your hair, it grows back. And flight feathers do grow back. So I just wanted to talk about that. Now, I don't clip my bird's wings at all. I did clip periodically my Senegal's wings. And I clipped them because she was very, very aggressive with me. We had her out of the cage. She hates me a lot. She loves my husband and my son. She loves men. So she would fly over to me and attack me and bite me. And she would, like, she got my finger one time and she almost made a hole right through it. My head, and she would land here, want to bite my face and my jugular vein. So that is one reason why you want to clip a bird if they're very, very aggressive. Now, there are pros and cons about clipping your bird's wings, but I just want to talk about wing clipping in general. Now, when I was younger, much younger, and I didn't know much about birds, I probably had budgies. I've had budgies and cockatoos almost all my life, but I seen birds on someone's shoulder and they were outside, and I'm like, wow, how do they not fly away? So I had to go ask. And I said, how come your bird doesn't fly away? And the person said, my bird's wings are clipped. And I thought, oh, okay, clipped. And I was very shy at the moment. I didn't want to ask any questions. And I thought, okay, what I thought, and let me know if you ever thought this, or if you're new to birds, you never had a bird, or you want to get a bird and you have no idea about wing clipping. What I thought, I laugh at it now though, but it's not funny if you think the same thing. What I thought is there was a clip. I thought there was like a clip on the feathers where hold the wing together, whatever, so the bird couldn't fly. I had no idea. So basically, there's lots of terms, clipping your bird's feathers, trimming your bird's feathers, or trimming the flight feathers. So I think the proper wording should be, you want to trim your bird's flight feathers. Because to me, like, I'm a professional dog groomer. I've been a groomer for a long, long time. I wasn't back then when I heard about wing clipping. To me, when I can clip a dog and I can trim a dog. So clipping a dog to me is using like clippers, and trimming a dog is using scissors. So when I hear the word clipping my bird's wings, I think, oh my God, you're going to use clippers. But I know that's not what they do. But to me, I just thought the right terminology should be trimming your bird's flight feathers. Because if you say trimming your bird's wings, it just seems barbaric. Like it seems like you're cutting, the actual wing, right? And some people actually have done that. I had a baby boy. I have seen birds in read stories, for years and years and years. There's been birds that have been maimed from wing clipping because people actually would take the wing and just cut it wherever, like on the bone or the tip of the actual wing, and cut it. Because they didn't know any better. So that's why I'm making this video, to teach you, all of you, and just to spread the word about trimming your bird's flight feathers, not wings. They are wings, but I get really nervous when I hear that, especially if you have a bird for the first time. You have no idea, and people hear the words clipping my bird's wing, they're going to stick a clip on it, or they're just going to take scissors and cut it wherever. And I've seen nasty, nasty wing clips, like so severe. I even had a cockatiel. Actually, that's Stormy. I haven't told anybody, but Stormy has passed away. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. So I don't want to talk about Stormy. Stormy was my cockatiel. I'm a very emotional person. That's why I don't talk about my birds dying on YouTube because I just can't. Anyways, the reason I talked about Stormy is because when I got him actually from a pet store, and they didn't do the proper wing trimming on him. And what they did is they actually cut too close, and I'm showing you my arm like it's a wing. They cut too close, and they cut the tip of his wing. And his flight feathers never grew in. They never ever grew. He always flew all differently. He was, very strong flyer like cockatiels are. But I'm just trying to say, when the wrong wing clipping is done, it can maim your bird for life, like it happened to my beautiful boy, Stormy. And so I don't want to talk about Stormy no more because I'll get upset. Anyways, I just want to tell you, there is a proper way to do wing clipping and an improper way. And a lot of people that get so offended or upset about wing clipping is probably because they've seen it done the wrong way. And I just want to mention, there are birds that should never get a wing clip, such as canaries and finches, like any soft bills, hard bills. Like the hard bills, they're like canary, the canaries that got pointy beaks, and finches got pointy beaks. The soft bills are basically birds that eat soft food. Any bird with like a pointy beak are called soft bills or hard bills or canaries or finches. The reason being is because if you clip their wings, they don't climb. They can't climb. They can't climb the bars. Basically, all they got is their 2 feet, and they hop. Those birds need to fly. They need to fly to the next perch, to wherever, they need their wings. So please never do that. And also, never clip your Australian parakeets' wings, like rosy borks, the borks I have, any grass geese, turquoisines, elegant parakeets. Those birds, sorry, stop the tear in my eye. Those birds are meant for flying, like all birds are, I know that. But those birds particularly is because they don't climb. They can't climb the cage bars. They can't climb ropes and stuff. They need to fly. And if they can't fly, all they have is their feet. So that really pisses me off. Sorry, so is if anybody clips those kind of birds' wings. That's wrong. Please don't do it. So the other birds, like your parrots, any hook bills that has a hook, like a budgie or a cockatiel, they can climb the bars. But grass parakeets, like my borks here, they do have a hook bill, but they don't really climb. They don't climb the bars like a budgie would, so they're considered like, a non-clipping bird. Just don't do it. I can go on forever. I had a bird that I got, the bork was clipped. The poor thing just sat in one spot for months and months and months because it couldn't get down to the bottom of the cage to eat or drink. I had to put the food, the water, everything close to it. It was really pathetic. So please don't do that. Please. So that's one thing. Oh, my budget's tight. That's one thing I wanted to talk about. And I also want to talk about that every bird is individual. They don't require the same wing clipping. Like every bird is different. The wing clipping would be dependent on the bird's species, their weight, their athletic abilities, and their lifestyle. So my birds, I don't own every bird there is in the world, but my Senegal and my Linnies, they're heavy bodied. And to clip their wings, you wouldn't clip them too much. You can clip maybe 2 or 3 or 4 flight feathers. You would have to see how they work. And because if you clip a heavy-bodied bird, when they go to try to fly, they're gonna flop to the floor. They're gonna crash to the ground. They won't be able to move anywhere, and they're gonna split open their chest. They're gonna break their bones, hurt themselves. So every bird is different. Like a cockatiel. A cockatiel is a very, very strong flyer. You can clip a cockatiel, it'll still fly for miles. And clipping your bird's flight feathers is not a guarantee that he can't fly away. So please don't take your birds outside, especially cockatiels, budgies too. Some birds are very good flyers even with their wing clipped. And if it's windy, if there's a breeze, your bird is gone. I've seen so many birds that are loose, that flew out of people's houses. They say, oh, my bird's wings were clipped. And they still got away. Sometimes there's feathers growing in and you can't see them and they got the feathers. So another important thing to know about is the timing of your wing clipping. If you clip your birds just before a molt, you're going to clip them, the new feathers are going to grow in maybe a week or two, and then you're going to have to re-clip them. If you clip them just after a molt, then the flight feathers they can take up to a year to grow back. So, yeah, you want to keep that in mind as well. So you always want to check to see if they need to be re-clipped. But what I believe in is, all birds should fly, but the birds in the wild, of course they fly, but they need to fly. They fly for survival. They migrate for miles. They fly for miles. They fly for food. They fly to breed and to nest and to find their mates. Every bird is different. Some birds stay with their mates, some birds don't. They have to fly and find them, and they fly away from predators. I just witnessed something this morning. I saw a huge hawk coming after some sparrows. And these sparrows are flighted, right? They all flew in different directions, and they went into the bushes, and they went here and went there. If their wings were clipped, they'd be all eaten up by the hawk. So when you have a pet bird, they don't need to do any of that. If they're in our house, they have their food and their water right in front of their faces. I mean, they got everything there. They don't need to fly over there or fly over here to do things. They live in our house, so they don't need to do that for survival. But there's certain conditions you have to consider. You have to decide and talk to your avian vet if you should clip or not clip, because some birds do, some birds don't. And it would depend on your situation and the bird situation. Now, I suggest if you get a new bird, like a baby bird, and you're getting it from wherever you get it from. Anyways, when it's a baby and it's going to be weaned and you're going to get a bird, please ask the breeder to let your bird learn how to fly first. If a baby bird's flight feathers are cut before it knows how to fly, he will never be able to fly. Sometimes though, he won't know what to do. He won't, who's that? Hello. He won't be able to navigate. He won't be able to, ascend, descend. They really need to learn how to fly first before the baby clip is done. And clipping a bird's wings is not supposed to mean to take away your bird's flying ability. Cutting your bird's wings, I shouldn't say cutting, trimming your bird's flight feathers is just enough to slow them down. They should be able to fly, they should be able to glide, they should be able to glide on the floor and get partially up to the cage. When a bird's wings are clipped, they shouldn't be maimed and won't be able to fly at all. They need to do, who's farting around over there? Wing clipping is not meant to take away flight. It's to slow them down. It's like, say, have you ever worked out before and you put weights on your arms and it's heavier? You got to work harder. So when a bird's wings are clipped, it's sort of like that. And they have to fly like harder and flap their wings harder to get anywhere. And so that's it. You should never clip your bird's wings yourself for the first few times. Always go to an avian vet or a bird groomer who's very expensive. Or not expensive, I mean experienced. And also be wary of, I'm not going to talk bad about anybody but pet store employees. Some of them know, they know what they're doing. They know how to do bird trimming. But sometimes, like I remember myself, I looked at a pet store and a bird store. I had no idea what I was doing. I would just take scissors and cut these flight feathers. And that's, I learned from years ago. But when I think back at that, oh my God, wow, what did I do? And some birds I didn't do properly. So you really want to get someone who's very experienced in clipping your bird's flight feathers, because if it's done wrong the first time, it can really, really put stress on your bird. His, what's the word for that? His mental ability to survive. I'm sorry, I can't think of the word. But anyways, it'll affect them. It'll really affect your bird if they're done improperly. So to clip your bird's wings, sometimes it's necessary to keep them. Sorry, my birds are so noisy to keep them from danger. Some birds might fly into your ceiling fan. Some birds will fly into the toilet or any water source, or if you're cooking or boiling water into the sink or anywhere, they can hurt themselves. If you have cats or dogs and you clip your bird's wings, what's going to happen if the bird lands on the floor? The bird can't really get away very quickly. So if your bird's wings weren't clipped, they can, fly and get away. So you have to think of the situation. And if you have an aggressive bird like my Senegal was, sometimes it's best to give him a clip, because otherwise, what are you going to do with the bird? Lock him in his cage all day, give him away for it to do it again. Birds get hormonal. They want to mate, they attack, and they might land on a child or someone and really hurt somebody. So you have to think of your situation and why you want your bird clipped. And some people have multiple birds like I do, and they have parrots, and some of them fight. So they clip their wings, lightly so they can't get to each other and kill each other possibly. Now, I don't clip my birds here in my bird room because they're all free flying, of course, and they need to fly because all their stuff is up there and it's up high. If the wings were clipped, they'd all crash down to my floor, and that wouldn't be good, right? They would hurt themselves. So really think about why you want your bird's wings clipped, and if it's necessary. But sometimes I recommend trimming them as a baby after they learn how to fly. That way you can teach them, you can train them, and they depend on you. They step up, and it's easier to train them. And then let the flight feathers grow in, and once they're growing in, the bird's already tame, and that way you can collect your bird and they can step up for you. Because I've heard many stories of people getting birds, and the birds flying all over the place, hitting walls and windows, and they can't catch it. So you really have to train your bird first. And then you can clip the bird's wings for training, and then you let them grow out. And also, of course, if your birds are flighted, there's a chance they can get away, get out your window, get out your door. But you have to be diligent for that not to happen. They can hurt themselves. But if they're clipped, they're a little bit more safer. But then again, you gotta worry about exercise. So that's why it's important you know how to clip your bird's wings properly, and to give them exercise as well. The birds sometimes will flap their wings by themselves, but you can give them ropes and ladders, and let them walk around your house and climb up the ladder and all that, and put them on your hand. And sometimes they do this and they flap, 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 flap. But if the wings are clipped properly, they can still fly. They will glide. So let them do that. So who's on my head? I don't know who that was. So, all my birds are fully flighted. And so I'm going to show you my lovebird. And where to put the flight feathers. All right, just go. Ready, Sprinkles? Is that you? It is Sprinkles, isn't it? Ah! Alrighty. Do you want to show everybody? Alright, you're going to take him in the other room. Alright, so this is Sprinkles, my lovebird. He loves to be held in my hands, in my palms, so I chose him to show you the wing feathers and what you would clip. Or their flight feathers. Alright, let's just see if he'll let me open up his wing here. It's okay, buddy, I know. So these long feathers right here, they're the flight feathers, and they're the feathers that give the bird lift and flight. That's why they're called flight feathers. They're the primary feathers. And these little feathers up here are the secondary feathers. So when you clip a bird's wing, you never cut these feathers above the flight feathers. You want to cut only these and just below the secondary feathers, so that these feathers will cover the clipped flight feather. And some birds may only need 3 or 4 flight feathers clipped, some need 5, and some need 6. And when you clip them, it's best, what most vets do, it's best to clip them, come here, from underneath. The reason being is because when you hold out the feather this way, the feathers, they overlap. And if you want to clip one feather at a time, which you should to be careful, they overlap. And they overlap, I'll just show you. I know, Sprinkles, you're being a good sport. So they overlap. Come here, baby. I'm sorry. So it's best to clip them from underneath, because as they overlap, you can see this feather is on top of the second feather. So if you're just cutting one, you can see the edge, and you can cut it here. So if you were to cut it the opposite way, from looking down on your bird, it's hard to get in to get the one feather because it's inside the second feather. You see what I mean? It's inside there. So to get the scissors under one feather is kind of hard to do. So if you're going to cut one feather at a time, you clip it from underneath, and that way you can cut it here. And I'm not going to cut his feathers. I'm just going to show you. Make sure you have a very, very sharp pair of scissors, and a shorter pair is better. So you see, you can get the scissor right underneath it. So you're going to cut it. You're going to cut it just above the secondary feather there. I'm not going to cut your feathers, baby. Yeah, so make sure you cut it just below the secondary feather. I'm going to give him a break now. What a good boy. What a good champ, eh? That's a good boy. That's a sprinkles. So I don't cut his feathers, but now he's going to just have a little rest. They do get hot when you hold them for a while, so you want to be quick. You can do a couple feathers at a time, or you know, do them all at once, because I'm showing you it take a little bit longer. But when they're clipped, it shouldn't take too long, so you can do both wings at a time. So his feathers aren't touched because he free flies every day. So there you go. All right, so that was Sprinkles, my lovebird. I didn't clip his wings. I just want to show you, so I hope you understand. And one thing I want to mention too, if you get your bird's wings clipped, always clip the same amount on each wing, because you don't want to cut just one wing. That would be horrible. Your bird's going to go in circles, and it's not balanced. They need to be balanced. You need to cut the same amount and the same, you know, length on both sides. So don't clip one wing longer and one wing shorter. They need to be balanced so the bird can stay balanced itself. Who's this? Oh, baby birds. And another thing you have to look out for is new feathers growing in, which are our blood feathers. You have to look closely. I don't have a bird with a blood feather right now, but I do have a video. I'll put the card up here and the link below of how to remove a blood feather. If you cut a blood feather, basically it's a new feather that's growing in and has blood. Once the feather grows, there's blood in it, and once it's fully grown in, the blood recedes, there's no blood. So you'll be able to see it. It'll be dark, and you'll see, you know, a dark feather with blood in it. Don't cut it. If you cut that, it's going to bleed. And feathers are hollow. It'll keep bleeding, 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 and your bird could die or lose a lot of blood. You know, it'll hurt. It's not fun. So you want to just avoid that. And if you do cut it, you can just pluck it out with pliers or a hemostat, because your bird will bleed all over the place. So be careful about that. So please just get experience and someone to give you a tutorial of how to clip your bird's wings. Who's on my head? So I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me all over all my birds. I'm talking louder. Who's this? Hello, baby. Oh, oh, that's nice bird. Can you kiss? Oh, another one. Hey. You're all coming to me now. You want to say hello? Anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching my video. If you got any comments, you can let me know down below what your thoughts are. Please don't leave any nasty comments about you're hurting your bird, don't cut your wings, blah, 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 blah. I'll just delete those. I just want to hear positive comments, nice comments, and pros and cons. And don't say it's like cutting off your legs, because it's not. That's really silly. That comment is like the silliest comment I've ever seen or read, you know. It's like cutting hair. It doesn't hurt. You can't feel it. You cannot feel it. And just please don't bash people who clip their bird's wings. There's a reason for it. Okay, there is a reason. There's a reason. I mean, what if I clip my bird's wings? Would you stop watching my channel? Maybe you would. I don't know. But I have a different situation. I have a safe room for them, a bird safe room. You know, I don't have cats and I don't have young children. I have dogs that are fine with birds, but the dogs don't sit in here with my birds. And, you know, they're all free flying. So I have a different situation. I have my two bigger birds in my living room, which is my ringneck Rio, my Senegal Electra, which I would clip if she was nasty, but she's okay right now. She went through a period of being really nasty. So I would have to clip her wings. There was no choice. It was either getting to the point where I'd lock her in a cage 24 hours a day, or I wanted to rehome her because I couldn't handle it. I was too upset. How can you keep a bird that's going to lunge at your neck and bite you? Seriously. So really, please don't bash people that clip their bird's wings. They're not manly. It doesn't hurt them. They grow back their wings. I'm sure the bird is loved and taken care of. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I hope you enjoy my video. I'm going to go try to make a few more videos this month. I'm going to show you all my birds' Christmas decorations. Because it's Christmas, this is December right now, if you're watching this later on. But I will show you what I did for my birds during the Christmas time. Sorry, I keep looking up because I'm looking at my other birds. So nobody's there, it's just my animals. And so thank you very much for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon there. That way you won't miss any of my other upcoming videos. And we will see you. Whee! They're all flying everywhere. We will see you next time. Bye.